हुआ?
Hey everyone, welcome back to ChaatNChat. My name is Josh.
My name is Miguel.
And we're watching
Khatta Meetha.
Yeah, that's right. This is part 3, so if you haven't seen part 1 or 2 yet, why the heck not?
Well, they can go to the description below, find the playlist link, use that playlist to watch part 1, part 2, and then come back for part 3.
That's pretty easy. And if you haven't yet, take a moment of your day to subscribe to the channel, share the video, or like button par thappad maro. I wonder if his sister even knows yet.
मुझे आप दोनों से कुछ बात करनी है। क्या अंजलि मेरी बहन है? अगर है, तो मुझे बाहर वालों से क्यों पता चलता कि उसकी शादी होने वाली है? आप लोग क्यों नहीं बता सकते मुझे?
आज ऐसे भाई की जरूरत नहीं जो अपनी बहन के लिए सिर्फ भावनाशील रहे। मैंने एक कोड़ी आज तक गलत तरीके से नहीं कमाई।
Well, now everyone in his family is.
तेरी माँ यहाँ नौकरानी है और मेरे शब्दों की यहाँ अगर हम उनकी बात नहीं सुनेंगे तो अंजलि की डोली कभी नहीं उठेगी।
लेकिन बाबूजी, कभी आपने ये जानने की कोशिश की कि अंजलि के मन में क्या है?
At the very least, talk to her.
पर बाबूजी,
मैं तेरी हर बात सुनूंगा। जा, पैसे लेकर आ और अपनी बहन की शादी करा दे जहाँ वो चाहती है।
Now he needs the money.
Yeah.
जिनकी जेब में पैसे ना हो, वो आदर्शों की बातें मत करें।
Whoa.
Sometimes the people without money in their pockets are exactly those who know real principles.
Exactly.
In my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that.
And they live by principles, but unfortunately everybody else is not around them and, you know,
Yeah, I mean,
taking
because
advantage of everybody
the
else around.
wealthiest people in this whole thing are the most corrupt and principleless.
Right.
Oh, she hurt everything. Well, just like she's in his corner, he's in hers.
मुझे कुछ पैसे चाहिए।
किस लिए?
कल रात को मेरी माँ बेहोश हो गई।
ओ, एक मिनट। हेलो, हेलो, हाँ,
Wow, this guy's super busy.
हाँ भाई, तेरी माँ बेहोश हो गई।
हाँ, बेहोश हो गई, हॉस्पिटल लेके गया, ऑपरेशन करना पड़ेगा। उन्होंने बोला 5 बोतल खून चाहिए, तो ब्लड बैंक से 5 बोतल खून खरीद के जब वापस आया,
You can just go buy blood, bottles of blood.
देखो, छोटे केले नहीं है, बड़े केले चलेंगे।
The wrong phone.
चावल में केले कैसे मिलाओगे? अरे अरे रेणु तुम हो। तू रामचंद्र के साथ वहाँ क्या कर रही हो?
You picked up the wrong phone.
चावल के साथ अंडा करी भेज दो, ठीक है? और लाइन पर रहो।
Finish one, then oh man, he's juggling too much.
सेठ जी, हाँ, तेरी माँ बेहोश हो गई। कभी?
Oh no, he's like juggling knives and he keeps dropping them into his
मेरी
hand.
माँ बेहोश हो गई।
अच्छा, तेरी माँ
हाँ,
बेहोश हो गई।
मैं उसे हॉस्पिटल लेके गया, भरने के लिए 5000 रुपया नहीं थे, तो मैंने अपने दोस्त को बुलाया।
5 किलो की शादी नहीं है, 10 किलो की शादी चलेगा। शादी की बात कौन बोला? अबे साले, तू अभी बोला शादी करनी है तेरी बहन की। तू बोला।
सर जी, मैंने बोला मेरी बहन की
guy.
शादी।
Poor guy.
Oh wow, this is going to get all confused here.
I'm already confused. I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, what was the first one about lunch and eggs and nails?
And nails, and now his fainted mom, and now paint, and now him.
अरे यार, अभी तू बोला तेरी बहन बेहोश
बेहोश हो गई, मेरी माँ अस्पताल ले गया, डॉक्टर ने पैसे मांगे।
ये क्या कंफ्यूजन है, मेरी समझ में नहीं आ रहा। तो ठीक है, मैं बोलता हूँ उसको। हेलो,
Too many phones.
अंडे में कड़ी कैसे डालूं? अरे अंडे को तू है क्या? लाइन पर है, 1 मिनट। ओफो, हेलो रामचंद्र, ताला नहीं, अंडा है, भेज दूं
I would
क्या?
hang up so quick. I'd be like, okay, bye.
And they're all over listening to the conversation because they can hear the conversation.
मेरी बहन की शादी है।
सेठ जी,
मुझे पैसे चाहिए।
से-
मैं कुछ भी गिरवी रखने को तैयार हूँ सेठ जी। सेठ
हाँ,
जी,
रामचंद्र, लाइन पर रहना, बताता हूँ। हाँ, तो तू अपनी माँ को अस्पताल में गिरवी रख के आए।
Oh man,
डॉक्टर को पैसा दिया।
अरे तो तेरी
I wouldn't be
प्रॉब्लम
able
क्या
to
है?
work there very long either.
माँ मर गई।
Whoa, now he moved that story up.
हेलो रेणुका, तूने जो भी तैयार किया है ना, भेज देना। हाँ, हाँ ठीक है।
Okay, one done.
तेरी बहन मर गई। मेरी बहन मरी नहीं है, उसकी शादी है। आपको पैसे देने दो, नहीं तो मैं जा रहा हूँ। बकवास सुनने नहीं है आपके यहाँ।
Oh my god.
है कमी ना। तो तेरी माँ बेहोश हो गई। बेहोश हुई तेरी माँ। बाहर में जाए तेरा पैसा, बाहर में जाए नौकरी, बाहर में जाए तू, मैं जा रहा हूँ।
Yeah.
And then he's alone.
Yeah.
I bet that person on the phone is gone too. Like, hello?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And he knows exactly how his sister feels about him. Oh, so it happened. Oh. I thought he was going to be able to stop it.
Yeah. He's like, that's throwing the proverbial finger to him. You know, I got her anyhow, even though you were like,
It's so nasty.
I can't, yeah, mom is feeling how I'm feeling. This is bad news.
वो गवर्नमेंट वाले कभी भी आ सकते हैं निरीक्षण करने के लिए।
भाऊ भाऊ वो इंजीनियर और कमिश्नर आले लगता है रोड का निरीक्षण करने आए हैं।
I don't think this is gonna work the way they want it to.
को देखना है तो साइड में देखिए ना, यहाँ देखिए।
वो मैं देख लूंगा, मुझे कहाँ देखना है।
ए तू खंडरे
Yeah, his brother-in-law is going to throw him under the bus.
ये रोड के बीच में बजरी और रोड़ी दोनों दिखाई नहीं दे रही है।
अरे आप ध्यान से देखोगे तो दिखाई देगा ना।
उसके लिए दूरबीन लेना पड़ेगा।
He knew exactly where to look too, because he knows all the tricks.
आपने निरीक्षण नहीं किया जब वो काम कर रहा था?
Right?
मैं ये बर्दाश्त नहीं करूंगी। इस कॉन्ट्रैक्टर को जो भी काम दिया है वो बंद होना चाहिए।
तो मैं भी देखता हूँ यहाँ से घर कैसे जाते हैं।
चले
ये रंगीला।
He tried to get out of...
मेरे पे गाड़ी।
Yeah, he's not going that direction anyhow.
ऑलरेडी लेट है हम लोग।
चल रहे हैं।
फटाफट चलो।
Oh no. That was so suspicious.
Yeah. But I mean, what is he?
Hey, they repaired the wall.
Yeah,
And
but
house.
His dad did, because remember his dad paid
But it
for
looks
it. Yeah.
Good as new.
Yeah.
गनपुले भाई सब है घर पे?
वो किसी की शादी में गए हैं।
मैं वैसे सिर्फ उनसे ही मिलने आया था।
Whoa.
जितना बड़ा उनका शरीर है, उतना बड़ा उनका दिल है।
Don't know if that was a compliment.
यहाँ कौन सा ऐसा कॉन्ट्रैक्टर है जो दूध का धुला हुआ? बताओ।
यहाँ पे इंजीनियर्स हैं निरीक्षण करने के लिए, अकाउंट्स डिपार्टमेंट है हिसाब किताब करने के लिए। ये सब हो जाने के बाद साइन करने के लिए बिल्स आते हैं मेरे पास।
Each one of those departments gets their own
take-
bribe.
Right.
ऐसा मत समझो कि तुमसे दुश्मनी निकालने के लिए मैं तुम्हारे खिलाफ कोई कार्रवाई कर रही हूँ।
इस देश का सबसे बड़ा शराब है ब्यूरोक्रेसी।
No, it's not the bureaucracy, it's the corruption.
लेकिन गनपुले भैया के साथ कुछ नाइंसाफी नहीं होनी चाहिए। मैंने कुछ पैसे उधार लिए थे, दे के जा रहा हूँ, दे देना उनको।
Did he just set her up as a bribe?
विजिलेंस डिपार्टमेंट, आपके हाथ में जो नोट है उनके नंबर है हमारे पास। हमें ये जानकारी मिली है कि आपने कॉन्ट्रैक्टर सचिन टिचकुले से
Oh no. That's so mean.
आपका हाथ इसके अंदर डुबाइए।
Wow, he did her so dirty.
Yeah.
That, I think this is the first time, like his character, like, I don't know, he's done something so bad here.
Yeah, he's.
वो म्युनिसिपल कमिश्नर है ना? हाँ। उसने आत्महत्या कर ली।
No.
कहना गनपुले प्लीज, which room?
He gotta feel so bad.
Yeah. Well, maybe she's pulling it on him too.
No, like not this deep.
जी, कहना कैसी है?
जी वो अब खतरे से बाहर है।
Okay.
It'd be hard to even show your face. What are you gonna say? She knows exactly what you did.
गहना।
Last person I'd want to see.
Maybe you can actually have a turning point and be a better person now.
मैंने कभी
look
सोचा
at
नहीं
him.
था कि बात इस हद तक पहुंच जाएगी। मैं तुमसे माफी मांगने के लिए नहीं आया हूँ।
You're not there to apologize, then what are you doing there?
कॉलेज के उस हादसे के बाद मुझे कॉलेज से निकाल दिया गया। उसके बाद कुछ समय के लिए मैंने ये शहर छोड़ दिया और मुंबई जाके भटकने लगा। आखिर में किसी भले आदमी ने देखा कि मैं भूखा प्यासा बेहोश होकर फुटपाथ पे पड़ा हूँ, तो उसने कहा बेटे तू बहुत सीधा है, तेरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता, तू गाँव चल।
Oh. Listen to that guy?
जज के सामने सच बोल दूंगा कि मैंने तुम्हारे साथ धोखा किया। हमारे जुदा होने के बाद भी तुम्हारा चेहरा कभी भी मेरी आंखों के सामने से नहीं हटा। मैं जो ऊपर से दिख रहा हूँ वो सिर्फ एक दिखावा है।
It could be. You know, he tried it the honest way, then he tried it the bad way. Now he's like, I realize now honesty is better than what he's been
maybe.
living for the last few
But
years.
I mean, him holding this stuff and everything doesn't seem like very honest. And
it seems very like he's open and trying to feel secure. Like, you know, when you get a little, you're feeling exposed. You know, when people feel that way, they like cross their arms, they
I
like
guess,
look
but,
little.
But I mean, he should have been more broken down there, I thought. I mean, if he supposedly is so in love with her and everything and he almost killed her, I would have thought he would have been a bit more broken down about it all.
Well, maybe this is going to be a very good turning point in his life where the two of them, because it's interesting, when he said, without you in my life, I haven't achieved anything, maybe he's needed her support even back in the college days. Dad's going to be so, no, he's not, he's like, get out of here. Oh, not dad, I think that's her brother, right?
That's her brother, yes.
Yeah. Well, okay, give him credit too, because he was like, look, you're doing the right thing, you're being more honest now. And he forgave him just like that. I love his
jacket.
Yeah.
I started to say that's a very, very nice
the colors
jacket.
are so
It's very
like,
much
work
like a
really well,
peacock. All the colors of a peacock.
अब किधर है तू? तुम्हारा फोन भी ऑफ बता रहा है।
तो क्या करूं? जिनसे उधार लेने उनके हर 5 मिनट में फोन पे फोन आते रहते। तो फोन तो बंद ही करूंगा ना?
अरे तुम्हारी बहन का फोन आया था मेरे पे। वो तुमसे मिलना चाहती है। अभी देख लो कैसा क्या तू।
Man, his sister, I just keep feeling so bad for her.
मैडम है?
साहब आप कौन?
बोलिए उनका भाई आया है।
साहब घर पर तो कोई नहीं है। मैडम और साहब दोनों किसी शादी में गए हुए हैं।
अच्छा कह देना उनका भाई आया था। ठीक है?
जी ठीक है।
What? What is it? That was the guy with the wife and son that died in the bus, but what was he?
Looked like he was taking an awful lot of money.
Was that money or files? It's like a bag of something.
भाऊ किधर थे आप? हम कब से ढूंढ रहे थे आपको।
क्यों क्या हुआ? बारामती क्या हुआ था? क्यों क्या हुआ? तुम लोगों के मुंह क्यों लटके हुए?
भाऊ वो
आगे तो बोल भाऊ क्या?
आपकी बहन
क्या हुआ?
Did she die?
क्या हुआ?
पता नहीं चला। खाली बोला कि स्टव फट गया।
Oh. The guy, maybe he planted a bomb.
No.
He doesn't even seem that worked up over it. And wait, if it was a bomb, why does she have bruises and stuff all
that's
over
what
her?
I was.
That doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
Oh. Partner in crime. Oh, and she was his only supporter in his family.
Yeah.
That was a terrible relationship to lose.
ये आजाद भगत है और ये है सचिन।
तुम इनको कैसे जानती हो?
हमारी मुलाकात कुछ दिनों पहले ही हुई।
ये चोर है, मैं जानता हूँ। ये मेरी बहन के ससुराल से कुछ चोरी करके भाग रहा था, मैंने इसे देखा था।
सचिन,
मैं जानता हूँ इसके बारे में।
कुछ गलतफहमी हो गई है इनके बारे में। तुमने जो देखा वो सही है, लेकिन ये चोर नहीं है। नीरा नदी के पुल हादसे का ये भी शिकार बना है, जो तुम्हारे बड़े भाई और जीजाओ ने बनाया था।
Right. He was maybe stealing files? What?
Evidence maybe of the cover-up?
आजाद मुझसे मदद मांगने आए हैं। जो अत्याचार और कांड यहाँ पे हो रहे हैं, उनका पर्दाफाश करने के लिए। ये देखो।
ये सब तुम्हें काम
Who took those pictures?
नहीं बलबूते मैंने छानबीन और जांच पड़ताल की और बाकी सूचना अधिकार पत्र के द्वारा पता चला कि पिछले 10 साल में सरकार ने निर्माण विकास और निर्माण विभाग पे कितना खर्चा किया है।
इन सब के आधार पर मैं अदालत से दरख्वास्त करूंगी एक इंक्वायरी कमीशन बिठाने के लिए। सड़क, पुल और फ्लाईओवर बनाने के नाम पर कितने पैसों का घपला हुआ, उसमें कौन-कौन लोग शामिल हैं, उसके सारे सबूत हैं हमारे पास।
ये सबूत उसके हाथ कैसे लग गए? वो लाल फाइल कहाँ है?
खो गई वो मुझसे।
ये सब लिख के क्यों रखते हो? हैं?
कल को कोई उठ के मुझे नहीं बोलेगा क्या कि मेरा हिस्सा कहाँ गया? सबके लिए फाइल बना के रखनी पड़ती है। आखिर चोरों के साथ काम कर रहा हूँ ना।
चोर कौन है वो सबको पता है।
You gotta love criminals that keep records of their own criminal doings.
Yeah.
वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने इस पूरे जिले के ड्रेनेज सिस्टम के लिए 500 करोड़ रुपए दिए थे। उसमें मुझे क्या मिला?
अरे 250 करोड़ रुपए केंद्रीय मंत्री डकार गया। जो बाकी बचा वो पीडब्ल्यूडी को मिला।
तो पीडब्ल्यूडी मिनिस्टर को पूछो ना। मुख्यमंत्री साहब आए, अपना गमछा बिछाया, उसमें 100 करोड़ डाले पार्टी फंड के नाम पे और गांठ मार के चले गए। क्या मार के? गांठ।
They're all stealing from each other.
Yeah, but that translation wasn't quite accurate.
अच्छा वो एक बात छोड़ो,
1200 करोड़ रुपए आए थे पाइपलाइन के लिए, उसका क्या हुआ?
सब अपनी अपनी जगह पर है, खोद के देख लीजिए।
क्या खोद के देख लीजिए? 8 फीट की जगह 2-2 फीट के पाइप लगाया आपने, हवा भी नहीं आती उसमें से। और उसमें ये इंजीनियर भी उस घोटाले में शामिल है।
हाँ शामिल हूँ मैं। लेकिन वो नैनीताल में
No one is going.
Too bad they don't have a recording of all this going on. They just.
Oh, maybe they do though. Someone was on the inside with a camera.
That's
taking
true.
Pictures.
That is true.
बस मुझे पहले से पता था तुम लोग आपस में ही घपला करोगे। जात ऐसी है तुम लोगों की। इसके लिए मैंने सबके लेन देन का हिसाब रखा था।
रखा था।
That guy's, yeah, he did it.
अब वो फाइल म्युनिसिपल कमिश्नर के पास है। कोर्ट और इंक्वायरी होगी तो सबके सब लटकने वाले हैं।
Like the Nixon tapes.
Yeah.
कोई अंदर नहीं जाएगा और वो कमिश्नर भी कोई केस वेस नहीं करेगी। बस आप लोग खुद अपने मुंह में उंगली डालकर अपनी गंदगी मत फैलाओ। मुझे पता है मुझे क्या करना है।
What? This guy's such a slimy
Yeah,
scumbag.
he's going to try and get rid of the commissioner.
गुड मॉर्निंग मैडम। ये है मैडम और ये मिस्टर देशमुख हैं। आज से आपकी कुर्सी ये संभालेंगे।
लेकिन मुझे तो किसी ने नहीं बताया इस बारे में।
मुझे कुछ नहीं मालूम। ये मेरा अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर है।
आपका तबादला हो गया मैडम।
Scum.
अगर सच खुल गया तो बहुत से बड़े बड़े नाम बाहर आ जाएंगे, इसीलिए उन्होंने मेरा ट्रांसफर करवा दिया। नया कमिश्नर आपकी कोई मदद नहीं करेगा क्योंकि वो उनका आदमी है।
मुझे किसी की मदद की जरूरत नहीं है। मैंने केस दर्ज किया हुआ है। सोमवार सुबह जज के सामने सारे सबूत होंगे और बड़ी बड़ी हस्तियां सलाखों के पीछे होगी। मेरे पास उनका पूरा रिकॉर्ड है।
सच्चाई और इंसाफ अभी भी इस देश में मौजूद है, लेकिन वो नहीं है। ये सोचकर तुमने अपनी जिंदगी के रास्ते बदल दिए। पर अब इस सचिन को एक मौका है अपने आप को सुधारने का। तुम्हें आजाद का साथ देना होगा।
What to do? I mean, these people are clearly so corrupt. They can control the narrative, the story, everything.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh.
The bus driver, I'm sure, is in on it too, because he's not stopping.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, 100%. No, he's gone. That's just too much blood loss, I'm sure.
ऑपरेशन थिएटर बिजी है, आप रुकिए।
What? Do they only have one?
सबूत को कोर्ट तक सही सलामत पहुंचाना जरूरी है। तुम्हें करना होगा, लोगों के लिए और तुम्हारे लिए भी। सबूत की खोज में मैं तुम्हारी बहन के घर गया था, याद है वो रात?
He's going to tell him the truth.
So he was there. What?
Oh, remember he used to basically give her out to remember at the party? He was saying he basically is like,
oh, gross. Oh,
yeah,
no.
Yeah.
या तो उसने आत्महत्या की होगी और अगर बच गई होगी तो उसे जान से मार दिया होगा।
That is so freaking dark.
Yeah, they trashed it looking for it. Don't know if they're gonna.
हेलो
साहब, उन्हें पता चल गया है आपने लाल फाइल कहाँ छुपा रखी है। जल्दी से उसे वहाँ से हटा दो।
कौन हो तुम?
साहब मैं
हेलो, कुछ गड़बड़ है।
I
किसी का फोन आया था, पता नहीं
think that was a ploy.
पता है कि उन्हें पता चल गया फाइल कहाँ छुपाई है। किसको पता चला है, कैसे पता चला, मुझे नहीं पता।
No one does, but you're about to leak it. Right?
Yeah.
Well played. And these are the perfect two to do it. Do them under.
चलो।
surprised they just don't destroy the file now, knowing it's the only thing that can put them in bars.
Yeah, you would think, but again, it's a way of holding them, holding the others at bay because they know that he has evidence.
काश को बोलना मैं बैग लेके गया और मैं फोन कर दूंगा उसको.
ठीक है बेटा.
चलो.
Yeah, babe. Oh, well played.
Wow.
Okay. Snatch and run. Come on. Play the hot potato with your friend. Yeah, nice. Oh, yeah, I did not expect this.
Yeah, I didn't expect it. Yeah, this is intense. Yeah, people with big poles think that they're gonna.
Well, now we're happy he didn't fire that guy.
Yeah. Oi.
Okay. Had to be this guy.
I'm hoping he does him in.
Here, without any justice? I mean, like, facing the justice, you know? Like, I mean, if he died, he deserves it, but...
Look at him.
The cat turned into a mouse.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's like, this is a bit more personal than just the files, too.
Yeah.
No, don't.
Oh,
dang. I was hoping he'd live long enough to, like, find out that he knew and to pay. I mean, he deserved it, but I wanted him to, like, pay so much more. That was too quick. At least the others will pay.
साहब, आपने तो एक सांप को अपने घर में पाल रखा है. हमें अगर पहले पता होता ना कि ऐसे कमीने लोग इस घर में रहते, तो मैं अपनी बेटी को यहाँ कभी नहीं भेजता. अरे मैं तो कहता हूँ इसे गोली मार दो.
His dad's a follower of Gandhi's, like, principles, though, right? So he wouldn't stand for it.
तुम्हारे भाई और जीजा जी की तरह सफल नहीं हो सकी तुम. इसी जलन की वजह से तुमने उन लोगों को काल कोठरी में भेज दी. अरे इससे तो अच्छा था तुमने जहर देकर हम सबको मार दिया होता.
सुभद्रा.
He was poisoned.
किसी को और आरोप लगाना है? कुछ बोलना है? क्योंकि अब मैं बोलने वाला हूँ. कोई बोलना चाहता है? वहाँ जब मेरी छोटी बहन की लाश यहाँ से ले जा रहे थे, तब ये रोना धोना कहा था. तब तो कोई कुछ नहीं बोल रहा था.
Yeah.
इसलिए कि आप मेरी छोटी बहन से ज्यादा अपने पति को प्यार करती थी, या शायद आप जानती थी कि आपके पति भी अंजलि की मौत की जिम्मेदार हैं.
चुप कर वरना तेरी जबान को लकवा मार जाएगा.
नहीं मारेगा. मेरी बहन की शादी के वक्त मुझे कुछ बोलने की इजाजत नहीं दी. अगर उस वक्त मैंने हिम्मत करके कुछ बोल दिया होता, तो आज मेरी बहन नहीं मरती.
Yeah, that's a lot to put on yourself, though.
मेरे बड़े भाई और मेरे जीजाओं ने घोटाला कर करके लाखों करोड़ों कमा के वो पुल बनाया, और जब टूटा तो बहुत सारे लोग मरे. उनके परिवार वालों ने जो खोया वो आप लोगों ने खोया.
Yeah.
अब क्या हुआ भाभी जी? आपकी जुबान पे लकवा मार गया?
Yeah.
Can't say anything to that. Kind of put them in their place.
इतनी सारी चालाकियां करने के बाद भी इन लोगों के पति नहीं बचे, सीधा जेल गए, क्योंकि उन्हें उन सब दुखियारों की हाय लगी है. ये उन लोगों की बद्दुआएं हैं, आपके बेटे का बदला नहीं है.
बस कर बेटा.
Oh, even mom.
जी, वैसे भी मैंने फैसला कर लिया कि अब मैं इस घर में नहीं रहूंगा. आपके बेटे और बहू बेटियों की जिंदगी बर्बाद करने के बाद अगर मैं यहाँ रहा, तो ये लोग ऐसे ही समझेंगे कि ये सब कुछ मैंने जानबूझ के किया, इस घर और जमीन को हड़प करने के लिए किया.
रुक जा, कहाँ जा रहा है?
Kick everyone else out of the house.
कैसे भी जीऊंगा, लेकिन अपने बाबूजी का सर कभी झुकने नहीं दूंगा.
नहीं बेटे, सच और झूठ की दलीलें सुनने के बाद मैंने कितने निर्दोषों को न्याय दिया और अपराधियों को सजा. तूने जो किया वो सही है. इस बाप को तुझ पर नाज है बेटे।
Just waited a long time to hear that.
Yep.
Long overdue. Maybe even back when he was an honest son.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
ये घर, शहर, सब छोड़ के जा रहे हो? वो भी बिना किसी लक्ष्य के?
कुछ वक्त के लिए शांति चाहिए। आगे पता नहीं क्या करूँगा।
लोग जान चुके हैं कि तुम क्या हो, ऑफिस में भी, और सब चाहते हैं कि फिर से तुम नया काम शुरू करो, और मुझ पर जोर डाल रहे हैं कि मैं तुम्हें काम दूं।
Oh, got a good name now.
तुमने मुझसे बहुत सारे सवाल पूछे, सिर्फ एक सवाल नहीं पूछा।
The most important सवाल।
मैंने शादी क्यों नहीं की?
वही तो।
चलो अब पूछ लेता हूँ। वैसे क्यों नहीं की?
हमेशा से मेरे दिल में था कि एक दिन मैं तुम्हें मिलूंगी, बस राह देख रही थी, क्योंकि मुझे पता है कि तुम्हारे बिना मेरी जिंदगी अधूरी रहेगी।
तो फिर तुम अपना नाम क्यों बदल रही हो? गहना गनपुले से गहना टिचकुले?
तो चल अभी तय कर लेते हैं।
Alright, so how did you like it? Thoughts, opinions?
We kind of thought that this was going to be a little bit more funny and comical and everything.
Yeah.
It had some really dark themes
It
in
really
it.
did.
And it had some really, tough elements to deal with here.
Yeah.
But if I kind of step back and say, okay, well, how was it overall? It was good. I like the premise of, doing this back and forth between doing it the right way, doing it the wrong way, doing it the right way, doing it the wrong way, and everything. And he flipped back and forth several times. Besides his youth time, in just this storyline, it went back and forth. I mean, the fact that he basically set her up to be taking a bribe, that was just so unexpected.
Yeah, it was.
And
I think a lot of this movie was unexpected, and that is, I think, one of the things that they were definitely aiming for throughout the movie.
Right.
For things like that, and
And I think it also does, again, we brought it up numerous times, or at least I have, in that this whole bit of how people can get caught up in the whole bit of how can I get ahead? How can I be honest and be good and truthful and get ahead? Because it seems like the only people that get ahead are the people that are doing the con, doing the corruption, doing all of that. And then that gray zone in between, well, maybe if I just do a little bit of this, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, you're on the other side of, wow, you can't untangle from the bad anymore.
Well, we even saw it with his girlfriend too, right? Because she was one exception to that rule until she tried to go even further and do the right thing, and then she got replaced at work.
Exactly.
So it even shows you, it's like, okay, I can't even be honest in my job because there's people that are controlling the strings.
Exactly.
So even her, because she could be like, look, I'm honest, I'm succeeding in life, I have this position.
Right.
But as soon as she stepped out of line, they showed her what happens.
Exactly. So I like that, again, it's constantly showing this element in a real context, in a real easy context for people to get and understand. And then also love the whole bit of how this was a bit of a love story. I liked that at the end, the guy got the girl.
Yeah.
Thumbs up for that. But at the same time, also, it was about a father's acceptance of his son, because that we kept getting glimpses of that. He said it in very different ways along the way about how he was just trying to get approval, not only from his father, that was the huge one, but also just other people around him to believe in his dream. And his sister was there, and that, I think, was really good. And we got to see a whole lot more later. I wish they would have sprinkled that a little bit more up front. It was really only later that they kind of revealed
And
that.
you hit something that I was thinking too, is it would have, I think the impact, I mean, it was very sad, like when that happened, it's sad anytime, you know, someone like a family member and that sort of stuff, like anyone loses their life that seemed like a genuine good person, that we saw a little bit of her, but you're right, all those like, those memories and stuff, if we would have seen more of her of that throughout the movie, I think the impact would have been even more, instead of just trying to be like, oh, she died, here, look how sad it is, so we're going to show you a whole bunch of scenes to show you how good she is, and then just remember that she died.
Right.
I think
Because
it's like cart before the horse.
Exactly,
sort of thing.
and it didn't really give her character as much. It was like we had her placed in a couple of places, and then we forgot to tell you the true story behind her, and now we got to go back and fill that in. And I was like, that's a last ditch effort. So I think there was some poor writing done right around there, and just overall direction on what could have been done a bit better.
Okay, fair.
So there were some ironic and comical things along the way, and I definitely saw that with his road crew.
Man, that road crew.
That road crew. And I tell you, that car, the whole car, where he comes flying out of it and everything, you know, when they're going to go and do the house painting
All the
job.
buckets are
the
falling off
buckets
the
are falling off and everything. And it just reminded me of the clown car.
Sure.
It really did. And I thought that was very, very funny. And I knew at that point things were just going to go all wrong in that house.
Yeah.
And it was very, very funny. And you know, and at the same time, you're like going, who? And I hate to throw it on the one character. He was bad luck charm. He was the one that was always
Rajpal
bringing.
Yadav's character,
he
right?
was. He was always bringing the worst of the situation.
Yeah.
You know,
he knows how to dial it from 50 to 100 real quick.
Oh, more like 1,000 with some of the stuff he did.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I thought that was good, and that allowed you to see how, again, he was trying his best, and stuff was just happening that was just going all wrong. So but overall, I'm still a little. There were parts of it that I think just fell flat for me. Okay, and I don't know if it was just overall. I'm trying to figure out who I should feel for, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I don't know.
If that's the impression you get.
Yeah, it was just like, I'm trying to figure out, should I feel sad for him? Should I feel happy for I'm not quite sure.
Well, that's part of the title too, right? Is because it's like the sweet and sour sort of thing. It's like they're in life, it's sweet and it's sour. Like there's terrible things in life, and then the good things that come your way. And so with good comes bad, and it's like this juggling act that you try to do. You know, so maybe that's the confusion of like, what should I be tasting in this moment? Should it be sweet? Should it be sour? Like, I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, so those are some of my thoughts, and yours?
Well, definitely, as a viewer at the end of this, I'm trying to think, what's the takeaway? And I sit here thinking, and I think the movie tried to take on a lot of subjects and themes. And I think when you see Akshay Kumar and Priyadarshan together, you expect that sort of wild comedy ride. And it's sort of, no, it didn't even start. It started off kind of dark, and then we got into the very big comedy, because in the beginning, we saw the issue with the bridge collapsing and then the dying and all that sort of stuff, right? And then that started off kind of like bleak and dark. And then Akshay Kumar's character come on in full, and, you know, him and his road crew. Then it turned into like the wild comedy that you'd normally expect. But then they started like throwing in different themes of, you know, forcing marriage onto someone, and then what that person's like, the politics behind the government and the corruption of all these deals, and who really gets the deals, and you have to get bribes to get the contracts, but then the contracts you have to pay this person, that person, and then by the end of it, if you're an honest person, you don't have anything left. So you have to try to cut corners, and, you know, so taking on themes of corruption, but then marital abuse and all this sort of stuff. The fact that all of that happened, and we found out about his sister only in the last 20 minutes when the movie's like 2.5 hours, it's like, does that mean that's a much smaller problem than all the other stuff? And so when I'm watching this, I'm like, and I really didn't feel like she got full justice. Yeah, sure, that guy died, but in the middle of the road, but he died thinking that no one knew what kind of creep he was and that sort of
Right.
stuff. And the files were gone, so it was just bam, over for him. And what about all the other guys that were in that room,
Exactly.
like that were pertaining to this disgusting activity they were doing? And and what about those guys? So I never really felt like in watching this movie that she got the justice, or that he found out all of those guys' names and made sure that they were definitely arrested. We know that his brothers and brother-in-laws were arrested and brought to justice. But what about the other guys in the room? Because that was, that was just as disgusting, in my opinion, if not worse. I think that was the worst crime. But here, it almost seemed like it was focusing on the crimes of the corruption, and then this other thing was just like off to the side. And I was like, I don't know. I don't think you would do that theme enough justice if you only spend like that little amount of time. It almost seemed like an afterthought to say, oh, well, she died. Like, yeah, we can make a sad story with his sister and then do all this. But it was almost just kind of thrown in there without the thought of like, what does that mean? What does it bring to the movie? And are you going to handle it justifiably with how that outcome is going to be?
Right.
And so I feel like it didn't live up to what it should have with that theme. Or any of the themes. I think it was trying to do so much in this movie, and it didn't really nail one of them. I mean, I thought the comedy, it had moments where I thought it was doing really well, but then it just felt like it was also confused, as I was at the end. But some of the comedy scenes were absolutely funny, and it's that classic comedy you'd expect from Priyadarshan, and Akshay Kumar's timing is always top-notch. And throughout, I mean, he put this movie on his shoulders, because if it wasn't for him, I don't think I would have enjoyed any bit of this movie. So Akshay Kumar brought as much as he could, and it was like his back must be so sore after this movie, because it was like he did so much.
Quite a bit,
he did. Yeah, and Trisha's character too. I mean, she did a great job, phenomenal. So I wish it would have been more about the two of them, of her like contrasting his way. So if he developed in this way of trying to cut corners, and she was doing the thing honest, and I wish it would have just been more back and forth between their two lives and get more of a grounded story.
And I think there could have been a little bit more of that, because she suddenly is bringing him together with this inside investigator kind of guy. And I was like going, okay, this is kind of really rushed all of a sudden. And it would have been more interesting if she and he had kind of come together a little bit more, saying, look, we can work on this together. And, I get it that it is hard in the real world to be honest. I'm seeing it. I get it. So let's try and find these little wins that we can start doing. Maybe if he had done a project that was actually to code and done legitimately, and he was able to pay his crew.
Well, yeah, maybe, but that also would fall through, because he wouldn't be able to, because of all the corruption.
Well,
and stuff,
but
and that's what it's saying.
But then, if they could actually have done something, so they had that little win, because remember, we kept bringing up, oh, you celebrate the little wins, even if it was just a little more of that, where they were beginning to kind of maybe change things a bit.
There could be 100,000 different things they could have done with the movie, but at the end of the day, it's that they don't have enough time to give to every single one of these themes. So you either pick your movie that you're going to make this movie about this, and sure, like it could have other things. I'm not saying you need tunnel vision, but what I'm saying is, like, if it was going to be this, then do that, because you had good themes. Like the story had the potential. I mean, the story in itself was really good, and I appreciate what they're trying to say and do, and live with, like, show to the audience, and to confront, basically. So I think just on paper the story is good, but it's like there were too many things getting in the way, and it's like we needed more like resolution in each. But the movie would have been so much longer if they would have. So what are you gonna rate it?
I'm gonna give this a 6.
Okay.
I mean, there was some good acting and there were some good themes, but overall, I'm just kind of walking away with just kind of, it felt very disjointed, and at times I was very conflicted with how I should be feeling, what I should be rooting for, and so forth. So 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7, because the comedy scenes for me was enough that I guess maybe because I was going into the movie. Maybe if you go into the movie knowing that it's not going to be the classic comedy that you'd expect, maybe, you'd expect something different. But for me, those were the scenes that I was there for, and I thought they were really funny, and I really enjoyed them. I thought they did a really good job with those. But then, all the other stuff, I don't think it was handled as properly as maybe it should have. I don't think they did a bad thing with it. I just don't think they gave it enough time to it, but then the movie would have been super long. But in the end, it's another Priyadarshan Akshay Kumar movie with Rajpal Yadav, who's always a pleasure to watch. He's always so silly. I love that guy. He is so funny, and I love all the roles that he's done in his time. So. All right, well, thank you so much. And remember, in the comments, let us know what did you think. Did you know? I don't know. We didn't even watch a trailer for this, so I don't know how they tried to advertise this. Was it supposed to be a comedy? Because I would expect in the theater when all these dark themes started popping up, it's like, oh my gosh, I was not prepared for this.
Yeah.
So did you know? Did you expect it? Did you have the same feelings? I'm curious to read those comments. And remember, if you don't want to miss any of these videos that we post, and remember, if you don't want to miss any of these videos and you like these videos, then make sure you have all notifications turned on, subscribe to the channel, share the video, a like button par tomorrow.